Welcome back. Since graduation season is upon us, my 8th grader will be graduating in a couple of days. So, since he's a boy, decided not to do flowers or anything froofy or that might seem too girly for him. So I decided to do a variety of candy treat lays for him. So, starting with cellophane, try to use up the cellophane that I have. You could use saran wrap. You could also use different colored ones, but I just have the clear. I don't know, you can't see it too well. So, since it comes in a long roll like this, and you need just a little bit. So I'm using Reese's peanut butter cups. And basically you need enough to overlap when you're doing the lay. So I don't know how wide this is. Probably, I don't know, 5-6 inches maybe. Out of this. So what I did was I took a long sheet of the cellophane out. And then I folded it and folded it and folded it like this. And then I cut the width that I needed from here. And then I can just make several lays this way. And I just found that this would a better way to use your materials wisely and be able to make several lays without, making a big mess. Just a little tip. Again, you really just learn as you go, because there's not really a set way to do this. Just make it your own. So, supplies, the cellophane, some scissors to cut the cellophane, and also some ribbon using blue because it's one of my son's favorite colors. And Reese's peanut butter cups are his favorites. So basically you take your strip of cellophane and you put your candy down and you're just gonna roll it over. So you can just put a few down first. So you're just gonna roll it over and roll it over again like this. Of course, theoretically, if you had a really long table, you can do it all at once. But just for the sake of using this, I'm going to do it this way. Of course, this is the one that's wrong. So I'm going to turn it this way, just so it's all facing the same direction. So you go ahead and you roll it over, and then you take some of your ribbon and you just make a double knot at the end here. 1, 2, and maybe they should have been longer, but that's okay. And then you go down to the next space in between your candy. And it's nice to be able to just prep stuff before you do your lay instead of having to cut and do stuff all at once or while you're doing the lay. So I just have a few of the peanut butter cups in here. So again, it's just making sure you have the right one underneath it, folding it over. Just make sure it's nice and tight when you're tying your knots. My son is about 5'8", so I'm making this really long. I just used a package of these Reese's peanut butter cups. It seemed to be enough to make a pretty good size lay. It's pretty long. I think it took 14 peanut butter cups in the first lay that I made. And I'll show you some of the other lays that I made tonight. Just to give you an idea. So I just kind of go, I flip it over and I flip it back. It's going to go this way, yeah? Nope. The other way. This way, yeah? Okay. And you just kind of do it whatever kind of pattern that you want or that you have on there for as long as your lei is. Like I said, we can just play with it. You just want to make sure that the same side that goes under every time. And try to make it as tight as you can. Of course, my cellophane isn't perfectly cut, but you just make do with what you have. So I'm going to work on tying this down. And you just kind of, I don't know, just kind of decide how much space you want in between each candy and just the look of the lei that you want to have. I'm going to tie those close. And you can always just move it around, you know. When it overlaps in the back, that gives you plenty of room so it doesn't fall out in the back. So make sure it overlaps back there. And sometimes if you have other bigger candy or more slick candy or whatever, and if you want to make it more secure, or if you're gonna have somebody that's gonna be really active with their lei, I guess, and jumping all over the place, like an 8th grader might at his graduation in a couple of days. You might want to think of securing it in the back with some tape. Since this is just a clear cellophane, you can use just a regular Scotch tape, really. Or you can use double-sided tape, whatever you have on hand. This doesn't have to be a really expensive project, but it's really a great way to personalize something that you're giving to a family member or for a special occasion, like it being graduation season now. Dang, scoot that down a little bit to have an extra one over here. Now I want to try to get as many of these on here as I can, because I know my son would appreciate every single peanut butter cup. Although I did instruct him that this is not only for him, but he can share in the wealth at his graduation with his friends. So we'll see if he actually follows up with that. I'm going to kind of squeeze these last few in, just so I can get it in for him. So those will be a little squished. That's okay. They don't really, like I said, they don't really mind. I'm almost to the end of my lei, and these ribbons got a little short. Thanks, honey. That one's a little longer. So some almost to the end here. This end is a little tricky because usually, well, maybe we won't put this one in. Usually you want to have a little extra here at the end. What some people do is they tie the cellophane in a knot together, but what I like to do, just so you can use every piece of your materials really well, I just tie the ends here of the ribbon together. It's really secure. Double knot it, always double knot it. And then you can leave this at the end or cut it shorter, however you want to have it. Maybe at least make it even. And cut that there. So there's your Reese's peanut butter cup lay. So you can go ahead and curl the ribbon to make it really nice, or leave it straight, however you like or prefer it. So that's why it's nice to have the ribbon a little bit longer, so you have some ribbon to curl. Something to think about next time. Since we live here in Oregon, this would be a great gift, graduation gift. My son, we're not really doing his school colors, but you can also always do school colors. These are, since it's orange, we live in Oregon, the Oregon Beavers colors are orange and black. This would be great for you Beaver fans, or any school that has orange. So you could make your string black, and orange and black, or you could add whatever you want to it. So that is basically the lei. And I learned online, I learned how to do a flower out of money. So basically, you take a dollar bill, and then you're gonna fold it like that, accordion style, and this will make a flower. Online I learned how to make, on YouTube I learned how to make a butterfly that I did for my niece, and I'll show you that lei in a few minutes. So you just go back and forth, just accordion, fold the dollar bill, like that. And then what you can do is you can, so this is the top of the lei, the back of the lei here. And so you can just like pick a side to tie this on. So you can just tie this on like this. To his lei. And then you can take some double-sided tape and then put it on the dollar bill like this and like this. And this will help to, or you could use Scotch tape too, you don't have to use double-sided tape. Just some way to get the tape on there. And then you would open up the dollar bill like this and put the ends together with the tape like that. Just kind of squeeze it tight, and then you'll see it in a second how it comes together. And that end, and you have to do it after you attach it to the lei, or else you won't have anywhere to tie it after, if you do it after you open the flower up. And then you can recurl your ribbon in the middle of the flower. And this is just a way you can do any denomination. This is just a way to add something else to the lei. You know, you could do $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever you like. Just add it to your lei to make it more special. So I will show you, I'm going to lay out some of my other leis that I made, and I'll show you what I did.